High Commission, London. Today, 2 Nigerians are being honoured by His Excellency, the Acting High Commissioner, for their outstanding contributions to the diaspora. Boxer Larry Ekundeu has an undefeated record. He isn't just fighting to win titles, he's also battling to get promoters to wake up and take Nigerian boxers seriously. Fueled by a lack of recognition for African fighters, Larry's team want to see boxers from Nigeria and other parts of West Africa receive the training and coaching necessary to become champions, rather than seeking opportunities to excel abroad.
Nigerian boxers suffer, there's racism in Western boxing, and there's a lack of support traditionally for elite athletes. It's so obvious that Nigeria can rule the world in boxing, and for whatever reason, people haven't picked up on it.
While other boxers of a similar skill set as Larry enjoy the trappings of lucrative sponsorship deals, Larry, who started boxing as a child on the streets of Lagos, is yet to receive the same attention. Also showing his support is former Olympian and Commonwealth champion Olusegun Ojose. With a staggering 32 wins under his belt, he and Larry are pride and place of the Nigerian boxing world and want to see the same opportunities for a new generation. Another son of Nigeria to be honoured is Omo Olokwe. Later this month, he will attempt to break the Guinness World Record for the longest motorbike journey of 40,000 miles.
Longest motorcycle journey within a single country. At the moment, it's 38,000 kilometers done by a guy in India, November last year actually. And I want to try and beat that record, so I'm going to be going for at least 40,000 kilometers. But what happens with this record is like people are always having a go at it. So while I'm in Nigeria, I might just hear that someone has beaten it and it's gone to like 45 Ks. And then I will now have to try and get 46 Ks to do it.
He hopes to raise £20,000 for charity, crossing through no less than 12 countries on his trip.
It's going to be one hell of a ride, but I'm sure it's going to be very, very, very memorable.
Take 2 inspirational Nigerians, one using boxing, one using a motorcycle challenge, both committed to shedding a positive light on their home country. Yes, both do now reside in London, but that doesn't mean they don't want to give back to where they're from. Karen Chambers, Channels Television News, London.
All right.
Development. I just want to wait for how he's going to do that. London to Lagos. That's
on
what I'm
a
interested
motorbike.
That'll be very challenging, no doubt about that. And Larry Ekundeu, great boxer. Like the boxing industry is actually very political, and despite his obvious talents, he hasn't really gotten that recognition. You know, that other boxers that are perhaps not as talented as him have gotten. Yeah, but that's how it goes. It's really political.
You heard Ben Gray talking about racism?
Yeah, come on, that's someone in the industry and he's telling you how he occurs. Yeah, but that's one of the problems they're facing. Yeah, it's one of the problems. We can't run away from it, okay? So you have to work extra hard, you know, to get to the top as a boxer when you're not American or when you're not British. That's just the way it is.
Okay. That's the way it is. Hopefully someday it gets to change.
And by the way, he's the African Boxing Union welterweight champion. Just to remind for those who didn't know, beating Joseph Lamte.
Yeah, it's got a very interesting alias, Larry
the natural.
I wonder where
defeating the horror. Well, natural talent.
Natural talent means it doesn't dope. No doping. Everything is all natural.
No, it's not. There's no controversy. It's just clean, which is really cool. Like Tyson Fury right now, who is calling for Did I mention that? Someone just said, okay, he's liberal. No, he says he's liberal, he's open to anything. So even if they can't say, okay, boxers start using drugs, he's open to it. Okay, that ends it there. You guys can talk to us on Twitter, of course, on Facebook. You get to hear more from him later in the day. There's a press conference between him and, of course, Vladimir Klitschko. It's going to be today, so I just want to hear what they will have to say concerning that fight coming up this weekend. Okay, talk to us on Twitter, of course, on Facebook. You know, just join the discussion. We have hashtag #under23 Eagles. They will be starting the Olympic qualifier this weekend. Of course, Rafael Benitez, well, for now, he's safe. how long will the job last? Because people keep saying if you want to have a job for a longer time, don't coach Real Madrid. Okay, Arsene Wenger, of course, is trying to actually see how his club can get up from the group stage of the UEFA Champions League. And of course, the UEFA Champions League, the teams that will be joining the other 3 teams that actually booked the place in the knockout stage. Of course, Larry Kundayo, and of course, talking about the man who also wants to ride the bike from London to Lagos, how he will be able to do it, and what you guys think is really wrong with African boxers or boxers from West Africa who don't just get the recognition that they need to actually be at the bigger stage when it comes to boxing. Talk to us on Twitter, of course, on Facebook, and of course you can also send us an email on sportsthismorning@channelstv.com.
Okay, I will hope to definitely get some of your comments in the course of the show. So just to please, like Cecilia has said, just keep them coming, and we'll definitely do that on the show. Still sports this morning. I guess we have to take a moment or two for a pause now, and definitely when we come back, we shall be talking more on the show. But let's hear this one from one of the world's footballing agents. He goes by the name of John Shitu, talking about John Obi Mikel and, of course, the Golden Eaglets. What's he saying about these two? Well, stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
Well, now we're just going to look at the situation, how it plays out. Then from there, he will have left probably, I think, at the beginning of this season, but the club refused to sell. So they thought it was still important in the team, and that was how we left it. So many clubs came in and they didn't want to sell. It's one of the things I fought for 10 years back down the line, and now I'm so happy that the young ones are doing so well, because I believe so much in that. 10 years ago, I fought for the same situation, that Nigerian and African players must be appreciated and must be respected. So after John Mikel Obi's situation, we saw that a lot of people, everybody, we have, I don't know how many football academy we have in the country now, how many agents we have in the country now. So being the pioneer of that, so I'm so happy that development, a lot of development is going on in the youth system. So I hope we can translate that to the senior team. But the major problem had always been Nigerian thing, like from the young one, when a Nigerian man needs anything, he goes out all the way to get it. After he gets there, then he starts misbehaving. So those guys, the best advice I will give to them is just to keep calm. We have a lot of talent in them. They just need to keep calm, have the right team around them. Hopefully, at least maybe in 15 players, if we can have 4 or 5 of them that succeed and take it to the next level, that would be good for the country.
Okay, well, he talked about the fact that was actually Mikel Obi's agent, the fact that he wanted to leave this summer, but the club just didn't want to sell him because they feel he has so much to
Chelsea.
give. Chelsea, of course. He had so much to give, and of course they're still weighing their options that he might just make a move, but when will he make the move, we really don't know. And of course he just talked about the under-17 Golden Eaglets there, where he had to talk about the fact that yes, most of them really need to keep calm, get the right team around them, and if they can do that, that will be better. And if we get out of the 15, 16 players that were really regular, during the tournament, if we can get 5, then definitely it would have been a huge success for Nigeria.
Okay. John Obi Mikel is forged a very good career for himself. I know some Nigerians are disappointed that he hasn't gone on to be a world-class
player.
But then he's had an incredible career. He's been able to play for a top football club in Europe for such a long time. He's won everything there is to win in club football. Okay, and when you have a manager like Jose Mourinho saying, "Okay, Mikel, you're not going to go this summer. I still need you." Come on, that's a good player right there. So thumbs up to Mikel Obi. He's had a great career. I have no problems at all with what he's been able to achieve in his career.
I guess you've said it all, Tyre.
Yeah, because a lot of people are unreal expectations, wanting him to get really close to
they want to see a Lionel Messi.
Exactly,
in
but they were not
Mikel,
even close.
I mean,
they were not close at that tournament. That tournament, Messi was head and shoulders above everybody. So I don't understand why they're trying to compare Mikel's career and Messi's career. And if you compare, Messi's arguably the greatest of all time.
I wonder if Messi
so
himself knows that he has someone that's...
And at that time, Messi actually played that tournament. Yes. He was already at Barcelona. And so
come on.
He already had that, that background, that beginning, because that's what matters. I want to talk about it, talks about foundation. When you have that right foundation, it actually helps you wherever you're going to. I think that also is what is helping Lionel Messi right now. He started very well at the beginning, and he's built your career.
Unfair comparison.
It's very unfair.
It's very unfair. Great career, no problems at all.
All right.
That is fine right here.
Coming from Taya Salam. Well, it's still sports this morning, and of course we have the pleasure of welcoming our guest, Toby Emmanuel, who joins us now in the studio. Thank you for joining us, Toby.
Always a great pleasure to be here.
You've been listening to our comments on John Obi Mikel. Of course, John Shitu there speaking about the Golden Eaglets as well. What's your reaction?
Well, personally, I think it is because Chelsea are in a difficult situation. As at the beginning of the season, Mikel had offers in Turkey, but his personal demand didn't help the deal to go through, because what he was asking for was quite huge. But now, because Chelsea is in a difficult situation, they need all their players to keep Mikel. But whether you like it or not, Mikel has played and enjoyed success. Yes. Not just success, successes at Chelsea. What he just needs to do, explore. It's time for him to move on and try to see if he could get one or two things. Because
he wanted to, the club didn't want him to leave. So
no. As at when it was just this the first time there was a concrete move by Mikel personally. In the past, give it to Mikel. Mikel has become like an angel that every coach that comes. So that's why most times many people criticize Mikel. It's unfair on the young man. Because for every coach that comes to Chelsea, they always see that something good in him. To be. It's just like when we had Gabawala. Gabawala broke a record of playing under all the coaches because he's a utility player. So, but it's high time is better at a stage when you get, because it will continue. If not because Chelsea had problem. Even as at January, as at the beginning of the season, he was one of the players Mourinho listed to be shipped out. So, but it's just unfortunate that they find themselves in this situation. He should look at his chances. If you have better offers, the young man should move.